All right, guys, on the periodic table, this is group 1. This is group 2. This is group 3A. This is group 4A. This is group 5A. This is group 6A, 7A, then 8A. Normally, these elements don't have a charge, but when we want to predict how they're going to bond, if they bond to another of the same element or to a different element, we pretend that they do have charges. If you're an element in group 1, you have a +1 charge. Group 2, you have a +2 charge. Group 3A, you have a +3. The next one +4. Then you go backwards and they're negative. -3, -2, -1, and then 0. If you have a charge of 0, it means you're a satisfied element by yourself. You never need to react, so you never need to make a bond with another element. In another lesson, we'll talk about what the goal is of making those bonds. But all we need to do to predict how they'll bond is to know the charges of each element, and we do that by group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then backwards and make the numbers negative. That's how you remember the charges. We do not care about any of these shorter columns, these transition metals, when we're talking about these types of reactions. All right, so take, for example, the element hydrogen. If it wants to bond, it has a +1. It's going to want to bond with something that has a negative charge. So let's say I wanted to bond it with something from group 5. Let's say I want to bond it with nitrogen. It doesn't matter what it is. I would bond it with the same amount of the element for any of the elements in group 5. That's how that works for every group. I'll say it again. Let's say I wanted to bond an element from group 1 like hydrogen with an element from group 5 like nitrogen. Hydrogen has a +1 charge because it's in group 1. Nitrogen has a -3 charge because it is in group 5A. That means I need to balance them out. So that means, and by the way, balance means the charges add up to 0. If I have a +1, I need 2 more. So +1 is another hydrogen, and I need another +1, so I need another hydrogen. That means I need 3 hydrogens for every 1 nitrogen. And so when I write them as bonded in a chemical formula, I'm going to write it like this: hydrogen with a subscript of 3 to let me know I have 3 hydrogens, and then 1 nitrogen. That balances out again because each hydrogen has a +1. When you put them together, that is +3, and +3 balances out with -3 to equal 0. Visually, let me show you what I mean. Okay, together that equals +3, which balances out the -3.